A lot of the times we want someone else to tell us what to do so that if we make a mistake, then it's not our fault. We want to put the blame on someone else if it doesn't work out. But think about, like, what if it does work out? Hey everyone, my name is Chelsea Callahan and welcome back to my channel. Today's video we're going to be talking about what to do if you're at a crossroads in your life. It's funny, oftentimes we already know what decision to make. We can feel it in our gut. The hardest thing is just getting the courage to do it. Sometimes in making a decision, I wait until I wake up in the morning because none of my thoughts from the day before have influenced my current day. Sometimes, you know, like when you wake up right out of a dream, it's hard to remember everything that's going on in your life. For just like 10 seconds, you have that peace, and then all the thoughts and pressures come back flooding into your mind, and then your brain decides to make a decision on if it likes it or doesn't. The feeling is there. If you can remember in the morning to listen to that gut feeling right when you wake up, that's gonna lead you. You have to listen to that. You really do. So you're gonna have to go through a lot of self-reflection. I encourage you to do that by journaling. I did make a video on how to start journaling. If you're interested in watching it, I'll like put it up top, because you're gonna have to look at who you really are and what you really want. And if you're cloudy on who you are or what you want to begin with, it's gonna be really hard for you to make a clear decision and stand by it. So something that's helped me when I've been in a crossroads is to ask myself, with the knowledge and life experience that I had when I was 10 years younger, what decision would I have made? It's so interesting to see what your younger self would decide. What is influencing my decision now versus then? Like, was money not an issue for you 10 years ago? Were you supported by your parents? I don't know, for example. If you take money out of the equation completely in your decision, what would you be left with? You can also flip the coin and be like, if I made decision A instead of decision B, where would my life be in 10 years? I like to have everything on the table to make a decision. I don't want anything to be ignored because any of these outcomes are possible, and you're accepting the good and the bad with whatever decision you make. And if you ignore it, then you potentially won't be prepared for it. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you right now, from my experience, follow your heart, because your mind will catch up with your heart eventually. Who sang that song, The Heart Wants What It Wants? They were really onto something. Wow, I'm ashamed that I don't know that. The heart holds passion. It holds fire. It holds what you really want. Your brain holds more logic and reason that is very important, but personally, I don't think it's gonna lead you to any true happiness. Like, listen to logic in order to fully flesh out what your heart wants. Lay it all on the table so that logic and reason can help figure out how to make that work. Use your brain, but don't let it facilitate what your heart and what your gut is telling you. I am a chronic overthinker. I overthink everything. For example, what do I eat for dinner? Because that could change my life. Chinese food or Thai food. One of those meals, you could get like chicken shoved down your esophagus and choke. That changes your life. One of the things in a dish you could have an allergic reaction to, that could change your life. Like, once you're aware of all the little crossroads you face every day, it's gonna be hard not to overthink it. It's really paralyzing. If you overthink it too much, you're not gonna be doing the action, you're just going to be sitting there thinking about it because you're worried you're going to make the wrong decision. And that ties back into listening to your gut. All of this is so webbed together. Do your best to take the pressure off. If no one else was affected by your decision, what decision would you make? If it's, for example, a job offer, you don't know what job to take. This is your decision that's gonna affect your life. It's gonna affect their lives too, whatever decision you make, but you're the one living your life. Ultimately, this is about you and your happiness. If any decision is to please other people, automatically reevaluate this crossroads. It should always be about you or your family or your kids, or you know, you get what I'm saying. And acknowledge why this decision is so difficult. Why are you spending so much time and so much turmoil trying to decide? Stop holding on to what other people want you to do. Let it sit with you. Let it be. affirmations. They're very powerful. I'm just going to give you an example. This affirmation is from the Instagram page Third Eye Thoughts. This is a really awesome Instagram for daily affirmations. So every day when you're on Instagram, it's just you're scrolling through and you're like, oh hey, I might as well just say it out loud and manifest it because it can only do you good. I'll read the one for the day I'm filming this, which is June 5th. I am living a life of abundance. I always have what I need when I need it. I am practicing gratitude for everything I have daily. By being grateful for the things I have in my life, I will continue to attract more of what I want. Oh, today's actually the 6th. When you say the words, you believe them. And a practice that I just kind of made up, I don't know if other people do this too, but once you say your affirmations, just sit with yourself in silence a little bit. Let your body mentally, physically, and emotionally absorb what you just said, what you just manifested, what you just affirmed. And then notice how you feel about that. A lot of these affirmations can apply to so many situations, and you take from it what you take from it. They're meant to be vague so that you can apply it to your own life. So sit with yourself, listen to how your body's feeling, tune into your gut. It's similar to what I was saying about waking up in the morning. Evaluate your decision without judgment. You're removing emotion from the situation and focusing on what is. And honestly, that can't do anything but serve you well. The only thing that's going to stop you after that is your brain. Any decision worth making is never easy. It's these moments that you're gonna look back to in the future and be like, I'm proud of myself. Even if the decision you made ended up being the wrong one, you know that you did all the right things you could. Sometimes even the wrong decision ends up being the right one. A lot of really positive life changes have come from bad decisions. It would be easy to regret the bad decision, but it worked out exactly how I wanted it to now. If you need any guidance or someone to talk to, open it up in the comments. I hope you guys feel that it's a safe space to talk about that kind of stuff in the comments. Again, I thank you for all your support. I really hope you considered subscribing to my channel. And if you did subscribe, ring that little bell so that way you can be notified every time that I post a video, which is Tuesdays and Fridays at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you have subscribed but not sure if you rang the bell, it's super important that you do. Otherwise, I could get lost in your subscriptions. So go ahead and scroll down right now. Ring that little bell. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.